hello. There we go. Hello, everybody on our Twitch, YouTube, and podcasts everywhere that this is being sent out. This is GM Capricious Nature, and we are back with our Cyberpunk Nomad game. Many apologies, folks, for starting up a little bit late. We've got some typhoon crazy weather here in Taiwan, so couple issues on that. Bless you. We are going to be starting up in just a moment, but I would first like to have our players introduce themselves, and we will get rolling. So let's start off with Mark. Go ahead and introduce yourself, and I will start dropping our links.
Mark, Captain Mark 87 on the Cybernation Uncensored Discord. You can find me here Friday nights for Capricious' Fallout game, and Sundays over at twitch.tv/heroes in theory. And I play the rocker boy Devilish Jack Holmes.
Awesome. Thank you. And Stink Palm, good to see you. Stop by. Hope you have a wonderful day. Only stop by for a few minutes before your own D&D game starts. Enjoy your D&D game. Do your best not to die, because our player is going to be doing the same today. On that note, Chucky, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Chuggy on Discord and Chuggy305 here on Twitch. I'll be playing T-Bar the Nomad tonight, and sometimes over the weekend I stream D&D and unfortunately was unable to TPK my party last week, so Cap was very disappointed.
I came in, they were, what was it, Void Dragon? Is that what they were fighting?
Yes.
And it should have exploded, and it should have killed all of them. All of them! But no. D&D 5e is so kind to players, it is insane. But it was still very interesting to watch. I'm glad I was able to stop by. I'm hoping to stop by for some more in this upcoming couple of weeks, Chuggy, because I'm on vacation. So expect me to roll in with some shenanigans in your chat.
Awesome.
On that note, Raven, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. I'll be playing Calamity, your solo/tech for this evening. You can find me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to introduce our not presently here, file not found, Johnny Drop. If you want to check out Johnny Drop's work, you can catch him over at Other Sandman 3096 on Twitch. He also has a SoundCloud over at Arxum. And in the future, I'm going to try and bug him to make some more music, because I would love to get some of his music here on stream. I think that'd be kind of cool. Vampire Bites, go ahead.
Yeah, while Johnny Drop's not here to get all embarrassed and flustered, I'm gonna say go listen to his SoundCloud. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But I'm Vampire Bites. I play Mojo, the former lawman turned nomad. Here, Saturday nights in Cybernation goes Nomad, and once in a while you might find me streaming on my own channel, but that's currently on hiatus. We'll see for how long.
Unhiatus it. Breaks my heart. I need my Monday.
I don't want to run a game. I want to play.
Then get somebody to GM on your channel.
I want to play Mage.
Get somebody to GM.
No, anybody wants to.
What night did you run before?
I can run any night. Mondays or Tuesdays are probably the best nights for me, but Sundays are not too bad.
I'd run on your channel.
Okay.
As long as you can handle
we'll
the
talk
actual.
Afterwards.
Yeah, as long as you can handle the tech element of it, because that's not happening from where I live. But yeah,
that's fine.
Cool.
Awesome.
Look at that. Problems and solutions all on stream.
Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, we have Violent Neon. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I am Violent Neon. Every Saturday you can find me here as your resident driving nomad. And when not here, you can find me on Discord as Violent Neon under Cybernation Uncensored's Discord.
Awesome. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am GM Capricious Nature. Today, we are back with uh, our Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. I'm going to drop in a couple of links on here. We have a couple of big updates coming very soon now that I'm finally on vacation. I'm going to have a chance to sit down and write. We will be getting out some awesome updates for the Vehicles of Red coming very, very soon. We are also currently in the middle, as Stinkpalm was here. I think they're still here. Yes, Tracy's still here. So Tracy and I are currently working on getting another update out for the medicine in the time of red, hopefully including a section all about addiction, trying to cure addiction and handle addiction. And then we also have our Cybernation Uncensored website where you can find tons and tons and tons of resources on everything you need. And finally, our music today is being brought to you by Outworld Sounds, Helix Code, and Basape Records over at basaperecords.com. And yes, Violent Neon, part of that is because of T-Bar, and part of it is because both myself and Raven were chatting with Tracy quite a bit about, hey, let's try and get some new crazier stuff added in. And one of the ones that our player Raven came up with is so fucking sinister and evil. I love it. And if we get that added into the Time of Red, and she gets access to it, so do my NPCs. So we'll see how that rolls in the future. Now, all of that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in Vegas. We are not in Night City, and you can see that I've got a wonderful little map set up here. On this map, we have two different locations currently marked out. One of those locations is the Ruby Rose Casino, and the other is the Medicore local headquarters. And what our players were working on this past week was getting access to goods, getting access to satchel charges, getting access to tons and tons of stuff for Jack's concert. Speaking of which, let me switch over to our character names, not our player names. There we go. So Jack's concert. We also had at the very end a wonderful drop from Calamity to the entirety of the team. She dropped in a stroke of good fortune. And there was one thing that I brought up on stream, but because it is good fortune, it should impact everybody, right? Positive plot twists. And so I have the following pieces of information to share with each of you. First and foremost, T-Bar, you have license to fly your AV inside of city limits. So that includes the fact that you do not have to dismount any of your external weapons. Those can all be mounted on without any issues. Mojo, because of your wonderful work in the local precinct, you were given license to drive your motorcycle inside of city limits, and so you have the ability to be driving that as well. Domino, you, because if you recall, you got hired on by Belodi's Pizza, and you've been doing a shitload of deliveries, they paid for a free paint job for your car. And so your car is fully decorated now with Belodi's Pizza Hog bright pink bubble letters and can now legally be driven inside of city limits. So you have a full brand new paint job, wonderfully beautiful. And on top of that, as we're going to see a little bit later with our wonderful mascot mask, you have one of those pig heads that's on a little bobblehead stand right on top of your vehicle. And as you stop and drive, it goes...
Like this one, but a pig?
Kind of, but it's massive. It's about this large. It's mounted on top of
your on top of, not on the dashboard.
Yes.
Can I have the one on the dashboard too?
You can have one on the dashboard as well. Okay. So, for our nomads, the stroke of good fortune, you all have access to your vehicles, and Domino has a wonderfully beautiful, brand new, bright pink paint job to boot. Now, when it comes to the other strokes of good fortune, T-Bar, Mojo, and Calamity, because T-Bar and Calamity were hired in under Medicore, both of you were given license to carry within the city. So you guys are allowed to have your firearms because you are licensed under Medicore, and if you are stopped by any police forces, you show them your ID badge, and you are cleared. Mojo, you also received clearance because of the fact that you are working under the police force, so you have access to your firearms as well. Domino, you were licensed to carry small arms inside of the city. No shoulder arms, but small arms, because of the likelihood of the Bloaties pizza vehicles getting swamped by individuals trying to steal that wonderful Heisenberg sauce during deliveries.
Because of the exec I saved?
Hmm?
Because of the exec I saved?
Yes, so you have legal capacity to carry small arms inside of the city. Remy and Jack, the two of you did not receive anything super special when it came to your guns. Remy has been working as a tech, so he's having to go inside of these corporate headquarters, which are usually restricted. And Jack, you've mostly just been running concerts, so you've been up in front of the public eye, scrutiny in front of hundreds. So the two of you have not had any chance to really carry any heavy firearms in the area, but Jack, because of your recent connection with the Maelstrom, they have offered to provide you with small concealed arms.
Okay.
So you have access to concealed arms, small arms. You can still, of course, grab your own weapons and try to conceal them yourself, but otherwise they are providing that for you. And Remy is not here. Remy is going to, in just a moment, I'll be explaining. Remy is going to be running his own little NPC side mission. But Jack, your final stroke of fortune is that literally everything on that list that you had requested of SCP to get together for the concert, he was able to summon up. You literally have a massive parade float, roughly the size of about 4 to 6 school buses in size, including a guitar that shoots flames out of the end. So you have now, you can add it into your inventory. You can go into your inventory. It is a medium melee weapon.
Hey.
Special quality is that it can be used as a, they call it the Dragon's Breath shotgun rounds. It can be used as the capacity for a flamethrower. You can fire one shot before it has to be reloaded.
Let's put fire guitar. What's the damage on the
Medium melee, I believe, is 3d6, and the fire shotgun round is 5d6.
5? Yeah.
So it'll be
No, probably would.
3
I
/
wouldn't
5d6.
use it. Yeah. I don't think I'd ever really use it as a melee weapon because I'm better at unarmed combat than I am with melee, but I'd definitely shoot the thing, so that's fine.
Okay.
What skill would I use if I wanted to fire the thing?
When you were shooting it, you would be using it as shoulder arms. Literally, you would take the guitar, playing it, tuck it underneath your shoulder, and then flames out of the end.
Yeah. So Steve Harris from Maiden, the bass.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. Lovely. So thank everybody. Big thanks to Calamity here, Raven, for dropping in that wonderful, wonderful little gift for everybody. So thank you. It's been a blast. Speaking of which, ELH, thank you very much for the raid. Really appreciate it. Awesome to see you here, and great to see in new folks here. Yeah, should be a fun little session. So what's going to be going on? What is the insanity that everything is being dealt with right now? So what's happening is that over the course of the last 10 weeks, all of our players here have been running their own side gigs, trying to get ingratiated with locals and local forces. going through our list here, Devilish Jack Holmes worked on his Rocker Boy appearances and ingratiated himself with some of the local venue providers. T-Bar and Calamity, both of them worked quite a bit on trying to get themselves ingratiated with Metacore, and they have both been assigned on security detail for this upcoming float concert in the city. Calamity also, yep, I was going to say, Calamity also got a badass gun that she was able to get modified and installed into her arm. Remy was the same. He worked on doing some tech work and then worked for Medicor and Petrochem in the area and was able to get himself familiarized with the local security systems. Mojo was able to do some police work in the area, get himself ingratiated with some of the locals, as well as piss off some of the locals, including busting his own chem provider. And Domino themselves was also able to get themselves ingratiated with Petrochem via Belodi's Pizza Hog Pizza, which very graciously provided him with a full-fledged paint job and the legal capacity to drive a vehicle inside the city. So it was a very productive 2 months.
And finally got to see his therapist for losing his whole family.
Yes. And so outside of what was going on there, the new knowledge that they've gained access to, they have some association with the Maelstrom. They have pretty detailed knowledge of what's going on for the train tracks that run all the way from Canada down to Texas. And they also have a pretty good knowledge of how the city streets are working, since most of the folks here have been serving all around the city. Now, the big day is coming. This is going to be starting up at the night before, so you guys can all chat and plan. But it is the night before the big concert. Devilish Jack Holmes has everything set up in regards to the floats. T-Bar and Calamity have both been assigned onto guard duty via Metacore to make sure that the incoming flux of maelstromers do not cause any major property damage. Mojo, on the other hand, has been instructed to also make sure that there is no crazy. Oh, yes?
No, we were hired on to make sure that Maelstrom does cause extra trouble. They just don't know that.
I mean, through like STP and Silver,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
not
no.
through Metacore.
Yeah. Metacore doesn't realize why they actually hired us.
Yes. So Metacore thinks that they are there to keep these problems from happening. Mojo's also been assigned from the police task force to make sure that there are no property damage, no violations going on. And Domino has, through all of his hard work, been given a day off. He was rewarded with his last bonus as receiving a day off. And has been requested, if he could, to drive through town and publicize Belodi's a little bit more. And that's where we are at. This is the night before, so I'm going to let you guys take it away.
All right. So
cute little bear mug.
They want me to drive around town for a little bit, and I will. But again, I'm going to stop at the Ruby Rose so that I can hopefully put that golden ticket coin that you had made for me to good use. But if I do and I win, I'm not leaving my car here. Who wants to volunteer to drive it? I'll take nominations from Jack and
Where are
Wendy.
we right now? Just above game. Sorry to
So you guys can
physically.
choose wherever you want to be. Where would you like to go? Do you want to go to either of the named locations, or do you want me to make a new named location for you?
I'd imagine if we're putting together this massive float, that it's currently like just in a warehouse somewhere, that would probably make a decent place for us to hole up and plan, like the night before kind of thing.
All right.
Or it could be out at that farm that we were staying at, like that was isolated and out of town.
I think the farm would be a bit too far out for the float that's going to be going through town.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. So almost like a safe house, I imagine, like if SCPs managed to get us a float, like the parade float, we'd have to stash it somewhere the night before, and that would be some sort of safe house where we could probably strategize to
like
a
the
certain
warehouse?
extent. Yeah.
Yeah, across the
works.
street from Metacore.
Like the one on the what? The one on the map there.
Yeah.
That must be where we are.
Fancy that. Yeah.
So Jack or Remy would I figure since Remy would be the one who was going to help me with in case the coin doesn't work, stealing the car. He's been my ride or die passenger for he's been kind of scared about it lately, but I'm sure he'd be fine driving my car out to get it away while I'm wheeling the one that we're gonna win out.
Remy is Remy actually shares with you guys. Hold on, let me try to channel my internal Johnny Drop. Just got to be super stoic and quiet.
He's gonna
I've
watch
actually.
you
What's up?
and judge you.
Is he
Johnny
watching?
Drop's gonna watch you and judge you.
He is
No,
going
he's
to
gonna watch
do
the
your best.
VOD.
Got to do your best Cajun now. Go for it.
Cajun. I can't do that. I can't do that at all. He looks over at you and he's like, "Well, we've got the chip. We finished the chip, and he hands it over to you. But the problem is that we need somebody to make sure the explosives go off on the tracks. So
Oh, son of a bitch!
I'm actually going to
Okay.
be over with Silver taking care of that tonight, or sorry, tomorrow.
And Jack's going to be performing. Mojo, would one of your cronies be able to drive my car out of town?
Yeah, we
They both
can
have
have.
drivability.
Yeah, we can have Johnny do that because Maxwell got hired on with Ebar.
Okay.
Finally.
Cool. Again, we don't leave wheels, so and as few as we have already, I don't want to leave any more. But we definitely want that car that we're going to win. So
Get into
Oh,
a
Imagine
bit of
giving
fun.
that one some off road.
do what?
I want to suit that one up with some off road capabilities.
Oh, we'll have fun. We're
Remy
gonna have
looks
a lot.
over at Domino and he says, "If you're gonna have somebody drive it out of town, you could have somebody put on your uniform and drive it through town tomorrow, pretending that they're you.
Yes. Okay.
Plausible
That works
deniability."
even better. Yeah, I'm on board for that. Can yeah, no, I'll walk in. Here's my uniform. I have other plans for the other part of it, and I'll get to that later. But I have an extra, so I'll give you the whole thing, and I'll use my spare.
Yeah, and Mojo just dropped in backup 5. Perfect roll for that. So yeah, you're all set. They will be able to drive through the town.
I mean, yeah, I
pretending
can
that they are
commit them, but then I can commit them, but then I actually have to see if they're available by making the roll.
Yes. So one of them will be with T-Bar and Calamity dealing with the Metacore security. The other will be out around town, and if you call them in, then Domino's car will be coming back with. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Jack would probably be preparing his stage outfit the night before because there's something he always did himself. So he's gonna take a shot at putting something together. I'm just looking on my thing. Hang on.
Personal grooming under social skills.
Personal grooming or composition. Because
Personal
it's
grooming.
creating something.
Yeah, personal grooming.
Cool. No worries.
Not too hot. Pretty
You can
standard.
see the number. Yeah.
12.
That's fine. So he puts together there's like he finds an old vest of his and manages to get and he manages to get the black, like skin tight leather, the leather trousers that he woke up in way back, at the start of this whole thing. He manages to finally get them cleaned on the strip somewhere. So those, and he finds like an old. And feel free to tell me to deduct however many credits is needed for this. But he at some point, just during that day before, go to like a thrift shop and just finds this like ankle length, like leopard print coat, and takes like white gaffer tape and just with the white gaffer tape on the across the back of the coat, just writes out the words "fuck Metacore." And then across the vest, we'll put where's Asriel Knox? He's been doing this for all of the gigs leading up to this to try and provoke them. And he writes that on the vest, or he like grabs some spray paint maybe and just like sprays it on the vest, like where's Asriel Knox? And that will be it, I think. He grabs just like a purple headscarf. Because he got to keep his crazy hair out of his face when he's trying to play, so he always try and kind of wear the headscarf. And some sunglasses, and that will because you've got to wear sunglasses at night when you are a rock star of Jack's caliber, and that'll be the outfit that he puts together for the show.
All right. T-Bar, what are you doing to prep?
Can't a whole lot that I would need to do. I mean, I'm going to be there as security, so there's nothing I could really do in advance of that I feel like would help. I mean, I'll help anybody with anything that I can help, but I imagine I'm just there admiring Domino's new car. Maybe a little too much, like rub it on it, sniffing around, seeing if he's got any pizza left in the back.
Let's see.
I would have returned from the evening shift because I have tomorrow off. I would have brought you a pizza back.
I was going to say yes. There are several pizzas chilling in the back. They all seem to be at least. Well, your assumption would be that they are fresh, because all of Bloaty's Pizza Hog pizzas look continuously fresh, thanks to the BHT, the TBHQ, the emulsifiers, all the chemicals, and everything that they throw into it. As well as the copious amounts of grease. But it is, in fact, roughly about 3 days old.
Sounds like it's the perfect age, and just eat me some pizza. If I could help anybody else with what they're doing, I will try to do that. I don't see much I could do to affect security from here.
All right. The one thing that I was going to ask is that for your vehicle, part of your Nomad upgrades on your vehicle, you had included those rockets, correct?
Yes, I had the rocket launcher, and I also have the light machine gun.
Okay. What I would like you to do right now is please roll 1d12. 1d12. Because I believe you had a rocket pod attached to your vehicle. You are able
right in the
to.
middle.
What's up?
I said right in the middle. Good.
Yes. You were able to get sourced from Metacore themselves a grand total of 6 small rockets to input to your rocket pod. So it is halfway
Nice.
filled.
And you said they also gave me ammo for the machine gun too, right?
Yes, go ahead and roll me 1d1000. Or just, 10d100. Yeah, it's all good. Lots of math. All right. You were sourced 500 rounds for the machine.
All right, thank you.
Since this is your Nomad roll ability, I actually had a brief discussion with a couple of folks via Discord. So big shout out to the Cybernation Uncensored Discord. A lot of very helpful folks on there. But a couple of fellow GMs told me that it would actually be kind of redonkulous to make a player continuously pay for something that they've already applied to their vehicle. So they told me that what I should do instead is that for things like the rocket pod, is that if you're with your Nomad group, like if you actually went to your full Nomad camp, you would get a full refill. And otherwise, they told me that if there's something else, then they could roll a 1d12. So
Yeah, I was actually considering like those rockets cost like 1,000 each. Like, oh shit, how am I gonna ever be able to afford keeping those?
yes, that is meant for in the actual vehicles of Red Supplement. Those are designed for purchasing it outright if you don't have Nomad rollability. So that's why they recommended that I give you that shot. So it worked perfectly. You got 6 and 500 rounds of ammo. So yeah, you've got the night to pretty much set that up, engorge yourself on some wonderful Belodi's Pizza Hog pizza, and help anybody else who might need any assistance. Calamity, what are you doing to prep for the night?
Double check my the routes that I had planned as we grab Azrael, or when we get ready to extract Azrael for the mission. If we didn't need all the satchel charges for the train, then I would have probably taken 2 of them.
How many
And
did we source last time? Was it 6?
6.
All right,
Yes.
then yes, you can directly take 2 of them. The other ones will go to Remy. Since he's being NPC'd out, normally we'd actually roleplay that section. But yeah, you can grab 2 out of that.
So those 2 I would have discreetly placed in Metacores, or as close as I could get them to Metacores generator room. So if should we need them, I could turn the lights out.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. Okay.
I could power down the entire building.
Okay. All right. Anything
And
else?
other than that, just make sure that I do a serviceability check on all my weapons.
Okay.
Make sure that everything's ready to go.
All right. Yeah, you have you and Chuggy and Mojo all have full access to your weapons, so you literally have your whole stash, anything that you you've got access to. Mojo, what are you doing to prep?
So as the camera pans over to Mojo, he is there poring over the maps and timetables and just cross-checking and double-checking everything. Make sure that we've got all the timing right, and just, where's the train track? Where does the float need to be at the right time? How close to Ruby Rose can we hit everything? Double checking timetables with the shift rotations at Metacore to actually get the extraction. We're causing a mess of trouble in one place, but we need the 3 that are inside Metacore to actually get the guy out. So just really going through everything and just checking with everybody. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. It's like, all right, we got this.
On that note,
he's playing Mama Bear.
Okay. On that note, one of the most important parts, as you'd mentioned, is the fact that you are trying to pour over this information, make sure that everything is all set. You know that there are two possible locations that this could be done. Why does this keep snapping? How do I stop things from snapping to grid?
You can turn the grid off.
That's the only way.
And you could also
Unfortunately.
hold shift and then move it around,
Okay.
and it won't snap, I believe.
there we go.
It's either
Okay.
shift or alt.
All good. I just turned the grid off. We don't really need it. So you know
Yeah.
that there are two possible locations where you could literally bring the tracks down. The first one is right here in the Arts District. By blowing the tracks, you can have it flood in towards the major road here, which the float will be going down. So if you see that section on the bottom there. The second possibility that you could do is also, let me copy and paste. Second option that you could also do is doing it right up here. Oh, hold on. You can do it right up here. As the float is coming down, you can blow the tracks right over here and have it flood in on the major road. So you have a decision to make. Which one do you want to do? You know the Metacore is all the way up here. The float is going to be going down the road. Let me mark that in really quick as a regular size. Float will be going down the road this direction. So what do you want to do? Do you want to set it off at site 1 or do you want to set it off at site 2?
If we did it at site 1, wouldn't that kind of help our escape, especially like blocking the road? And
If you can get through it, right?
in
I mean, you're going to be flying through. So as long as you're not going to jump out of your own AV to go after that sauce.
With no safety equipment.
Right. I mean, you got 3 pizzas right here. Don't eat them tonight. Save them for the job tomorrow so you can ignore the spilled sauce, right?
Who wants to take bets on if he eats them all tonight?
Which way out of
How-
town's a straight shot to the farm?
The closest to the farm would be the second site. The closest to Metacore is the first site.
I think we
which
should probably-
direction out of town?
X2 would be the right one, and the whatchamacallit, city would be, or sorry, the farm would be, fastest way is straight out of town in this direction via the road. So I'll write that in to farm.
So yeah, I definitely think we should blow 1, not 2.
Yeah.
I think we should blow
Because
both.
if we blow 2, that might get.
We don't have
some of
enough
us
manpower to blow both.
Yeah.
Plus, there's
And-
only one train.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, is there's only one train.
Afterwards, are we meeting up at the farm? Is that the plan, like to go to the farm?
I believe so.
All right.
So what's the
I think, dragging. Where's the Coliseum where the Maelstroms typically hang out anyway?
that actually was going to be this space right here. Hold on 1 second. This is going to be our Coliseum. Right. Hold on. Red, and let's fill it in with a dark blue. This is our Coliseum space right down here. Wow, that is ugly. Let's try that with a different color. There we go. Boop, boop. There we go. Much more beautiful. So yeah, this is the Coliseum right down here, and let me mark that in with some text. The fight. What was it called again? Or is it just the Coliseum?
It had a name. I just don't remember it all.
All right, so we're just going to title it The Coliseum. There we go.
So if we wait
Right.
until the float is here,
Yeah.
blow
And
it
then
here,
one. Right.
Domino comes out with the car from the casino. Everyone's gone crazy because they're going after the source. I hop in, jump off the float, and hop in to the car with Domino. And then we go kind of this way. Get the Maelstrom, SCP's Maelstrom people, to kick off around the Coliseum, like over here. Because they would be chasing us, right? So if after, as we zoom past and we obviously then want to go down that way, Maelstrom come out in force here, and they act essentially as a roadblock for whoever's going to be chasing us from the parade site.
Right. So at the Metacore building is where Azrael Knox is, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So we're going to have
Yeah.
him at that point. Wouldn't it be better to have the Maelstrom people closer to Metacore? Or, I mean,
But the whole point of the parade is we're going to be attracting all the heat. So you shouldn't have too much of an issue of just snatching
Okay.
them and flying out for them that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
No problem.
When they call you, hey, we got an incident. You need to go here. You three stay back. Drag your heels and then go get Knox and get out. Like we're drawing Metacore out of the facility if at all possible.
Sure. Okay. Just trying to
And
make
then
sure I understand.
they'll tell you to go check this out. They'll assign you to a squad. Just drag your feet.
And last week, Cap, you said I think you said I had an idea where he was being kept, but it was like locked or something.
Yeah, it was an area that was off limits for both you and Calamity. Neither of
And
you
it
had
was,
direct access to it.
Yeah, and you found out that it is a physical lock, not an electronic security check. So it's a pick lock check under technique skills. Or a satchel charge.
Have we
Blow the fucking door. Blow the
have we
fucking door.
identified who has access?
You do not know. You have not seen anybody go in or out of that room, or that vault door, pretty much for the last 2 months. Each
Can
time
we
I don't have
it
ask?
any.
seems to be sealed.
Oh, go ahead.
Kids.
Check. T-Bar.
I was gonna say I don't have any explosive. Was there enough of a satchel charge that I could get one of them, or?
One satchel charge should be enough to bring to shut the lights out. So I can give you the second one. Would it be
If
possible?
there's only two, you could have them because I don't have any explosive skills, so
Okay.
I probably won't be very successful either way.
Would it be possible to have SCP, his Netrunner, kind of do some snooping around and see if they can figure out who's got access or who's got clearance for that room? That's all. I just need to know who's got the access. We can, between Chuggy and I, we could probably convince them.
Snatch them up. Yeah.
Creatively
ahead.
convince them to open the door for us.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and Calamity. What is your luck score?
My luck is a whopping 3.
Go ahead and roll me 1d10. The only information that SCP's Netrunner seems to be able to get, because they're trying to hack the system from the outside over the course of these couple of weeks. The only information that they can really glean is that they find a lot of different weird classified documents that have lots of emojis, or like instead of like actual words written out, it's got those little pictures, like not ASCII, what is that called? Windings. They've got a lot of windings. And one of the very odd windings that stood out to them, it looks kind of like a chess piece. One that is not very standard. It looks like a chess piece. And that's your only hint that they're able to get out of it, is it has something to do with chess.
Interesting.
Do we have a copy of these notes?
Yeah, you guys would be able to get a copy of them. SCP would be saving this info, because remember, SCP is also trying to kind of fuck over Metacore and whatchamacallit, Metacore and Petrochem
Oh well.
himself. We got somebody attempting to do a cryptography. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
Yeah.
Because that's a 100% chance you can do.
I figured I'd take a shot.
I'll take
We do
a
have
shot.
at least one. If anybody has a decent chance, we do have at least one +2 that we haven't used, because I didn't use it. So there is a
I'll
+2
take a
in
chance,
chat.
but I won't waste the +2.
Oh, Vampire, I forgot to mark your holotape is complete. They do have the holotape, they just never played it.
Right.
And I will refund.
Because it's to me. I thought it was personal.
All right, T-Bar 14. You're not totally sure what's going on in that document. The +2 that's in there is yours. It's from Chuggy, so unable to use that +2 there.
Yeah, I said I didn't want to use it anyway.
Okay. Anybody else want to give a shot at cryptography?
Here, step back. Let me take a look. I have absolutely no idea.
There's one from Stink Palm. There's one from Stink Palm.
Yeah, we take them in order.
Oh, I didn't see Chuggy's from before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I did that last night. I was watching your guys' Asia game for a little bit.
Gotcha.
So we have the 11s and 12s, lots of 11s and 12s. None of you seem to be able to fully decipher the information on there. And
is this Egyptian?
Oh, hold on. Chuggy is correct. That is from yesterday, so I will actually refund that back to you, Chuggy. And if the first one that's up here, it is Stink Palm. Chuggy, do you want to use the +2 from Stink Palm?
If nobody else cares, I will. Sure.
Go ahead.
All right.
I don't want to waste.
Take the 14 to a 16. Taking the 14 to a 16 might be enough to get us information.
Yes. That's why I was asking, because everybody else got 11s and 12s. So Chuggy, sorry, not Chuggy, T-Bar, sits down and he goes through it, and he's thinking to himself, like, oh, I've seen weird ass shit like this before when I had my previous deployment orders. This one means this. This one means this. This says like keep the area locked up tight. This one is keep the bishops nearby. Something about bishops, that must mean security, which would explain why there's so much security on staff. But the one that stands out to you from these weird chess words is rook. You see rook several times mentioned specifically about security, but you've never met anybody or dealt with anybody called rook or bishop.
I feel like I've heard Calamity say the word something about someone named Rook in one of her.
It's definitely familiar. Yes, I definitely agree with that.
So I will.
Do you actually say rook?
I will. Yeah, I will talk. Well, because I believe I've heard you say it. I will ask Calamity. Do you know someone named Rook? Haven't I heard you say this name?
Fucking A, I know that puto.
And I would
Spanish.
show her the paper and like try to explain to her. I think they're at this site somewhere, and I think they're the
If
ones
he's here, then
reporting
then I haven't seen him. Otherwise, I would have put 2 in his freaking chest.
Yeah, it says so right here where it's like eggplant, smiley face, squirt symbol. That's Rook. That's his code.
Not the chess piece. No.
No, that's too
No.
obvious.
Not the chest
Amigos-
piece looks like a castle.
Amigos, this got a whole lot more interesting.
Do you want to fill us in?
He's a
Should we
dangerous
be worried?
fish. Yes, we should definitely be worried. He's a dangerous fish.
Like a marlin?
More like a kingfish. He was. I mean, he was a squad leader, and he thought he put me down.
Oh.
We need to. If I can manage it, which it's going to be a tough fight. I would definitely want to put this Governor down.
Could you give me or us a description of maybe what he looks like in case maybe I've seen him?
Well, the last I saw, I've shared what he looks like before, but he's pretty much mostly borged out, and he's a half-track conversion.
What does that mean? He's like a half tank?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a tank centaur.
Sounds
Hang
pretty
on, so
badass.
his wheels from the waist down.
Yes. Well,
Why
last
would anyone want to get rid of the
Yeah, that's
life's
so.
life's no fun when that half's missing? That's all I'm going to say.
He's got
Yeah,
no
but-
junk. He's just like a tank at the bottom on.
he got it. He took his jollies, or he got his jollies off of repeatedly running over victims and
Does he
listening
have a passenger seat?
to them scream.
So he's like a big Roomba now.
Well, funny you should mention that. We had that running joke for the longest time.
Do you want to perhaps take something a bit more heavy duty if you run into this geezer?
T-Bar has rockets.
Yeah, I would probably try to freaking go toe to toe with him. To escape. We're not geared up correctly to go one-on-one with him.
Yeah, and
Alright.
okay. But that's definitely good to know, and we may have to return to Vegas or find out where if it doesn't go down now, we'll definitely help you take care of that history if you want. I will, at least.
I appreciate that, amigo.
Yeah, sounds like somebody that needs to be taken
When
down.
did you learn Spanish?
Or taken out.
Okay?
Okay.
When has anybody else heard Calamity talking Spanish before? That is Spanish,
Oh.
right?
Oh, I'm not Calamity. My name is
Excuse me,
Cortez.
Missy.
No, you're here in Mirror and Calamity.
No, I am Cortez.
Who's Cortez?
This Cabrones
I'm-
never studied Mexican history, it seems.
I'm a Calamity spotter.
But you're Calamity.
No. No, amigo. You have things all twisted up. I'm Cortez.
Mojo, who is this?
I'll kind of just like whisper, but like behind Calamity, like this happened before. She'll go back to normal in a few minutes.
This has happened, but okay.
Check it, check it, amigo. You just have to you just I don't know where Calamity is, but I am Cortez. Make no mistake about it.
Did 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 they get into your stuff again, Mojo? Or T-Bar?
They better not have.
I think you might want to go check.
Go to check.
Anyways, let's get on with this.
So with a human perception of 15, does the person saying they are Cortez believe what they are saying?
Completely, yes.
Do I notice any deception
Nope.
with a 15?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, hold on, and I pull up my agent and I call the friendly Doc.
Phone rings a couple of times, and then she picks up. Yeah, what's up?
Hey Doc, where are you?
I'm hanging out with my buds, and you can hear her kind of pull the agent away from her head. You can hear lots and lots of like heavy duty screaming and lots of metal clashing, and you can hear Azrael Knox playing very loudly as well. It's like, I'm over at the Coliseum.
With K-pop undertones.
Yeah, K-pop undertones.
Calamity thinks there's somebody else. And you help me with my therapy, and when all this is said and done, I might see about having them call, or would you be able to reach out? Because, yeah.
She's just like, I can help her with her cyberware if that's what you need. I'll call you back. This shit's getting crazy. And then,
okay.
Jack, he's probably sitting on some sort of chair, leans back, kind of puts his feet up on the table. He's been picking around with his guitar for this whole thing, just kind of observing. And you figured it out yet? And just starts tuning. The way they whisper to themselves all the time.
I don't have, like, I'm a quarter of your year's worth of experience. So figured out what?
I see it a lot from the lads that came back from South America back in the day. Stuff they seen cracks.
This is the TSDP thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a shrink, but yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
They've been reliable so far, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay.
And then Jack will lean back and starts picking out the opening notes to Where Is My Mind by the Pixies.
Regrettably, chat, I cannot start playing that. If somebody wants to break out a guitar and kindly grace us, but otherwise, I don't want to get us in trouble.
Where is my mind?
Okay. I think that as long T-Bar, are you still good with tomorrow?
Ain't nothing changed
So
for
you're
me.
taking Cortez with you?
Okay.
I've seen
You've seen this happen before?
a few times. It's nothing special to me. I mean, if we want, we could just. I think if I just give her a good whack in the back of the head, it might bring her back.
Is TSDP why you drink so much?
I'm sorry?
Is TSDP why you drink so much?
No, I drink so much because it's awesome.
Okay. Well, I mean, because you have the military experience, you did things like that as well, and so I was like coping things.
Yeah, he just deals with it with copious amounts of cocaine. Have you not figured that one out yet?
Right? Yeah. No. Okay. So
That's how you're supposed to.
No,
It's in the Army instruction manual. Is part of our outboarding procedure. Do cocaine.
Hard substances.
Handwritten with like black Sharpie.
Clearly
Clearly T-Bar's handwriting.
Got it. Okay.
I'm sure whoever Cortez is, they seem perfectly capable as well. And we observed Cortez checking all the weapons in
I
much the
said,
same way Calamity has, so no problem.
I think when I've been with her, I think there's been Cortez and at least one other one that she was talking as before. So I think there's like at least 3.
Yeah, you
Oh,
just,
right.
you better hope that there's not some 6-year-old child in there that we haven't met yet, because then you're fucked.
Don't use those words. Don't use 6-year-old child in that word. Don't that no. That's a bad Jack.
You had to, you know what I meant.
So, folks, this is where we're going to close out the night. Is this very odd confusion about what the hell is going on with Cortez, Calamity, finding out about somebody named Rook, who we're not exactly sure what's going on, but seems to be a full Borg or almost full Borg conversion that's assisting with security. The night closes out. A lot of you head back to your homesteads. We talked about that off camera last week. We've got some folks that are staying inside the city. Some folks are staying at the farm. And the next morning rolls around, and you all can see that Remy heads out with Silver. He literally jumps into Silver's car. And the two of them kind of head out from the farm and start heading out towards the train tracks. SCP is nowhere to be found. He always seems to be operating from the background, but he does send T-Bar coordinates that list out pickup. And so those coordinates, I'm going to drop in our next little location, is right here. Oh, I hate that it keeps reverting back to green. Black and red. Oh, white. Regular. Okay, so it'll be right over here. And it is listed out as the petrochem.
And I'm supposed to pick them up after I have Azrael Nox or before?
Yes, after.
Okay.
And he literally drops in a very, very bright marker. I'm going to put it right there for you in red. And right there on that marker, you know, because you've been in the area, you've been flying over the area, that is a helipad slash AV pad.
All right.
Other than that, the day starts out fairly normal. Whoa, crap. Okay, sorry, 1 second. So the day starts out fairly normal. Domino, you've been given the day off, and you can either drive into the city yourself, or you can hand the keys over to Mojo's lawman. Mojo, you were getting ready for your day. You're inside the city, I believe you mentioned, and you're going to be.
Yep.
Hold on 1 second, Domino. You're going to be getting ready for going on shift. Same thing for T-Bar and Calamity. Both of you have a 12-hour shift ahead of you. And Jack, you wake up in whatever stupor you put yourself in the previous night with whatever liquor that you consumed. But Domino, what were you going to say?
No, I wasn't saying anything. I was struggling passing off the keys to the NPC.
Okay. NPC, here you go. Why do you keep calling me an NPC? What does that even mean?
Look,
as they
you'll learn.
T-pose and float out of the room.
Hey, where's your orange shirt, by the way? You better not wear a red shirt today. Do not wear a red shirt.
They just look down, and you can see that part of the what was it, the Snake Nation uniform is literally their black vest, and they open it up, a red T-shirt underneath.
Oh, take that! Do not drive my car in that shirt. Here, rummage around in the trunk. Here, wear this.
They pull it on, and you can see that the polo is also a red polo with bright pink pants. that says Bloaties in gigantic black font across the chest and then again across the ass. And they've got a mask that they pull on.
Just go. Just go. Bring the car back. Just go. I can't watch.
Why are you
Come back
so...
in one piece, Joni.
Yeah, thanks, boss. Why are you so anal retentive about red shirts? God, I'm just...
Mythology.
So, you've got your car dropped off. Our day has started. Remy has left. Where are we going to be rolling with this? What are you guys doing next?
I guess if I'm supposed to be
Letting
at
the
work, I'm
plan-
gonna head
Yeah.
to the Medicorp's building with Calamity, who I will ask I'll say are you back to normal? Wave my hand around.
What do you mean back to normal?
Does it sound like her?
I don't know. What do you sound like?
Like Cortez.
Spanish, Spanish or Hispanic? Spanish or Hispanic 20?
I will kind of go over to the others. I don't know if there's a problem.
Spanish.
I don't think Calamity came back yet.
Is that
All
going to be?
right. Cortez has the plan.
Yeah, Cortez
Maybe
doesn't
we
know.
need- Maybe I should try. And
Amigo, you don't have to worry. A Calamity filled me in. I'm aware of what she had what they had planned.
You sure you don't want me to whack you on the back of the head and see if Calamity?
Amigo, if you tried to whack me on the back of the head, I'd have to make you eat your weapon or whatever you tried to hit me with.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
He'll do it. I wouldn't.
Uh,
I'll watch.
It'd be pretty hard for you to eat your bloaties.
be pretty hard for you to do that after I knock you out. But I don't got nothing to prove, so I can do it that right now.
Let's go. You want to try? I have no problems.
We have a real mission today. Let's keep on the mission. I'm keeping it professional. Otherwise, I'd have no problem knocking you out anytime.
Save it for after. Let's get back to the farm when we're done
You guys
today.
can go to the Coliseum afterwards.
Simon, I got it. Let's do this.
Y'all are kinky as hell. Just waiting for somebody to bring out a paddle now.
I make sure that I do pack that magazine that I've been trying to use.
Oh my god, yes.
Weeks.
Yeah, you wanted to murder
boot.
somebody
it's
with
in my
magazine.
boot in case I need that improvised weapon.
What did we stat that with? Was that 2d6 or 3d6?
I don't know, but I know it's harder and crustier than ever now.
Delicious. Yeah, so you have a crusty, delicious magazine tucked into your boot as your extra backup weapon. My stomach is churning a little bit at this thought. I'm gonna give you a let's say a 2d6 damage for that. You can literally add that into your inventory. Crusty magazine, 2d6.
All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Do I see him tuck that away?
I don't know, Chuggy. Did she see you?
She's probably seen me
Sorry,
do it a
T-Bar.
bunch of times. I always keep it there.
You
luck, Sean.
keep that to yourself. You're not gonna, yeah, man. You can have your jollies with that, but you're not gonna get that anywhere near me.
Oh god. Oh man, my stomach.
Whatever. You gonna get into AV or what? If not, you can walk.
I jump in.
All right, so your shift is started up. Calamity, or whomever Calamity is at the moment, had already set up those the satchel charges. You had acquired 2 of them, and you had set them over by like the utility area on the one of the basement floors next to the electrical area. So you would set up both there. When it comes to Mojo, you have your morning set up and you head over to the police station. They're literally having you bring people out on patrol, setting up like pretty much like roadblocks and barricades, trying to make sure that nothing gets too crazy. They have you as well go around and check to make sure that the street cameras are on and functional. So make sure that none of them are broken or shot up. Go ahead and roll me 1d50. There are approximately 27 functioning cameras up and down that main boulevard. And you now know where all of them are located. The functioning ones. You also know which ones are out.
Okay. As I'm checking them, if there are any near the X1, I would like them to be among the not working ones. Either, intentionally or unintentionally. Maybe they already were among the unworking, or maybe because I made them unworking.
So there are 38 ones that are currently disabled or non-fully functioning. Some of them are spray painted, some of them are damaged, some of them have this weird grayish white, almost like Brahmin milk color coating on the lenses.
What's a Brahmin?
Stink Palm, if they were in chat, would be able to enlighten you all about the wonders of Brahmin milking. But a lot of them seem to be disabled. As for the 27 that are functioning, if you attempt to disable them, how do you want to do so? Without drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So I don't want to take all of them down. I just, want to take down strategic ones that might put faces on cameras. And if there's any that I can scrape the paint off of the non-working ones that are I really don't care that it's active. They see me messing around with cameras, I'll just accidentally cut a wire while I'm looking for one.
All right,
Don't
so
care if it's a good wire or not. I have a 3 tech and no basic tech, so I'm either
exactly
going
sure
to fail horribly.
Yeah.
Or...
Go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a DV16 for this, so Jayo. We got some +2s in chat.
I'll take a +2.
All right. All right. This is the only remaining +2 from Kingy Potatoes. Thank you, Kingy. Oh shit, Kingy! I didn't even notice that before. Kingy dropped 1,000 bits. Holy shit! Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it.
Wow, thanks, Kingy.
And they just dropped another +2 for anybody else.
And I'm also going to spend 2 luck. A DV16, so I need to roll a 10 and a 3. A 10 and a 10. Oh, jeez. All right, well, okay. No, that's a total of 10, not a 10 plus.
You're unable to really get any of them taken down, but you know and note the locations.
Yeah, I will. When I am definitively off camera, I will mark those and send over the coordinates to everybody on the team, just so that they're aware of where cameras are.
Okay.
Including Silver and Remy.
All right.
wasn't expecting that to work, but I was hoping. Do you want to stealth to see if I got noticed messing with them, since I am just blundering?
Uh, no, I think it's actually okay because you're checking them out mostly.
Okay.
I would believe that after
Yeah.
a short period of time, you would stop trying to mess with them and just simply check it and note it down.
Say, fuck it. I don't know how this works.
All right, I'm noting down a bunch of the camera locations that are still up and running and functional. They are marked in with those bright blue dots. As you can see, for most of them, there's several blocks of space in between functioning ones because it's Vegas, baby. There's a lot of shenanigans that goes down.
Oh, okay. I have to zoom in to see this. I see.
24, 25, 26, and 27. There we go. All right, so bright blue dots indicate where the cameras are located. And those are
So
the
there are a
city
couple right
cameras.
there. Yeah, there are a couple right there by the X1, especially. So,
Well, they have a Netrunner, so I assume the Netrunner might be working on that too, right?
The Netrunner was
Uh,
going to be assisting with the Metacore building, as you guys had requested, trying to make sure that the cameras and doors and stuff were going smoothly.
yeah, the private security was dealt with.
Because Calamity had mentioned, I believe, in the previous episode that they wanted to take out the power, and if that didn't work, then they needed the backup of the Netrunner.
No problem.
Yeah. And don't forget that the Netrunner in Cyberpunk Red is not the Netrunner of Cyberpunk 2020. If you wanted to have a Netrunner take out all of those cameras, they'd literally have to be going from location to location to location to location.
Yeah, I thought about that afterwards. Like, oh yeah, they got to get within like 8 feet of everything.
Yeah, it's kind of redonkulous. So yeah, the morning has started. Prep is incoming, and the day starts up. And what we're going to be doing right now is I'm going to be jumping into a. Goodness gracious, there we go. I'm gonna jump us over into a bio break because I'm actually in need of bathroom, as well as I can see some of our other players are in need of bathroom. So bio break. We will be back in a few minutes, folks. I will leave the microphones hot, and when we come back, we are going to be seeing what happens on the Vegas Strip. Right. Desktop audio and our microphone audio. If you want to chat with our audience, feel free.
Oh.
Okay.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Hey, Mark. The Pixies weren't my actual first concert, but they were one of my best first concerts. They were
cool.
one of the early. I got to see them for free at a small club in New York. It was fantastic. Happy Mondays actually opened for them.
I saw them relatively recent. I mean, it was a few years ago now, but yeah, it was quite cool.
You know, I got to see them back in 89, I think. Maybe.
Oh, they're hiding.
Yeah, it was shortly after Doolittle, but they played most of the songs they played were not from Doolittle. Most of the songs that they played were from Come On Pilgrim and Surfer Rosa.
I was just sitting there observing the situation, and I'm like, and in the back of my mind, I was like,
where is my
songs that are to do with like, but without picking anything like crazy offensive, you know.
Yeah.
So there's always that line you're skirting when you're dealing with that.
This
But yeah.
monkey's gone to heaven.
That's harmless enough, and everyone knows that song. So. Oi. All right. I legitimately have, and I'll post it when the concert begins. I'll put it in the chat. I legitimately have a full set list
Nice.
of songs. And they're all vague references to campaign. I mean, most of them are going to be because I've been doing actual roles for him to write new stuff, and I've only done one so far, and I've put that song in the list. So the rest of these are going to be songs from like back in his heyday.
Yeah.
So they're all more general references to the world and like some NPCs and stuff like that. But yeah. Hey. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Yeah, I'll put it in our chat. I just
Alright.
got my hands on.
I love it.
Oh, Raven.
Yeah.
In our Discord, just in the channel, I
I
posted
saw
a
it.
link for you for.
I saw it.
Guys. I've been playing a lot of Far Cry 6, and so I'm like, I need to keep these words from my lexicon just personally because I love it the way Far Cry 6 just throws them in there, and so I bookmarked that page when I had to look up one of them. Most of them I already knew, but a couple of them I had to look up. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna bookmark this page.
Eres tremenda come mierda. Come mierda.
Yeah, Come Mierda is one of my favorites from Far Cry 6. It's just like, it literally means shit eater. But it's used to imply just idiot, right? It's
Yeah. Oh, so you're such a dumbass. Eres meme.
calling somebody a shit eater, but you know, it's not as bad as calling somebody a shit eater.
Mm-hmm. My Spanish is so rusty. I used to be good at it in high school, but I haven't gone back to it. I need to.
Yeah, high school for me was over 30 years ago, but yeah, I aced all the way through.
Yeah, you're not gonna trick me.
Spanish 3.
I took it.
But I've forgotten so much of it.
You're not gonna trick me into divulging that.
I took it twice, and all I learned was how to say "Puedo ir al baño," which isn't even "Where's the bathroom?" but "May I go to the bathroom?"
¿Dónde estás el sanitario?
Just wandering around Mexico City trying to find a bathroom, but you're asking people that, and they will look at you funny. Excuse me. Oh fuck.
So I talked it over with Cap, and I'm gonna start. Rotating. Who's in the driver's seat more?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and Calamity will get. They will get a willpower check to see if they're in the driver's seat. They to stay in the driver's seat, or to force themselves from their subconscious into the driver's seat. Because there's Cortez, there's Stygian, and I don't have my notebook with me, but there's a fourth one. He's British.
You should calculate.
wonderful.
I'll do that one. You should calculate however many points you've got with Calamity so far, and then make another 3 character sheets that have different
that's what
distributions depending on.
That's what I. Mhm. That's what I talked over with Cap, and they're going to be static. They're going to be I have to figure out hash it out with him what level, but they're not gonna get any further. The only one that gets improvement is Calamity. So Cortez is a spotter, Stygian is heavy weapons, and I have to figure out where the other specialty. Rook was the squad leader or the team leader, and then he killed their captain and also supposedly killed the rest of them. But I'm still working on an idea for why they manifested themselves in them. It might be more than multiple personality disorder. It might have something to do with a version of Soul Killer.
Yeah, you can bring a cyberware element into it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Give it that.
I wanted to flavor her her character their character. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah. No, I played in a D&D campaign once where I had 2 different character sheets, and it was just 50-50 roll as to who I woke up as after any given long rest. So that was quite cool.
Oh, if Jahananan does get 5e,
I will be right back. So
Vampire 5e, and I get invited to that game.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if I could do that for my Arcadia. Oh, yeah.
I heard talk about like a 6th edition coming out sometime soon.
Oh, good grief! It's not even White Wolf anymore. I'm a little bit jaded on a lot of that old White Wolf stuff, just because it's just been sold off so many times that I'm kind of tired of it.
Mm.
I don't want to chase it down anymore. I'll just play Revised and be done with it, or maybe 20th anniversary edition or something.
For my High Riders campaign, I'm gonna probably tap a couple of you guys to play test something that I'm gonna do house rules for, as far as ambidexterity and dual weaponry or dual wielding.
Okay.
I want to see how it plays out. I was telling Robin and Cap about it. Because pretty much any mook or gonk off the street can pick up weapons and hold them, but it takes training, and actually it takes natural ability or like spending time to actually learn how to fire 2 weapons, how to properly dual wield.
Yeah.
With accuracy.
Got my second bloaties waiting for after the game.
Got your bloaties right here.
Well, it is Domino's.
Domino's is the opposite of bloaties. It makes you never want to eat it again after you order it.
No, it's actually Domino's. No.
It's Domino's bloaties.
Yes. Hand delivered by Domino.
Yes. Yeah, Violet Neon drove all the way out here to Virginia to deliver me my bloaties. I appreciate it.
That's what I can do.
I hope the $2 tip was worth
it. Totally covered the 8-hour drive.
And for those listening, I swear I did not tip only $2. I got 2 pizzas, but I tipped like $4 or $5. I forget exactly.
Domino
Just
did it
the
because he's a
auto-calculation.
sweetheart.
And it was delivered locally. And honestly, the reason I use Domino's Pizza is specifically because they treat their drivers right. So,
Yeah.
unlike some other pizza companies.
Like some others where the owner hunts rare and wild animals.
That's one that I used to work for.
Ooh.
They don't
Yeah,
treat
when
their
I learned
drivers
about-
too badly. They don't treat their drivers too badly. But I mean, like I said, it's been 26 years or so since I worked for them as a driver. So I don't know what their policies are now. Back then, they did pay more than the tipped minimum, even though they are tipped employees.
That's good.
But they didn't pay full minimum. Domino's currently, so Domino's is the only one I can speak to right now, and that's because my oldest child used to work for them. Domino's does pay at or above regular minimum wage, plus the drivers get to keep their tips, and they are
Okay.
given a per run
Percentage?
not percentage, but a flat rate per run to
very
cover wear and tear and or gas. It's not a big rate. It's only like 50 cents or something. It doesn't
Still-
actually cover it, but it adds up over time.
I guess in bigger cities it's different, but I know in Chicago here, a guy I know, he works for Grubhub, and he was telling me the drivers there get $16 an hour plus like whatever the delivery charge is. Like if you see like a $4 delivery charge, like they automatically get that too. Plus whatever the
Really? Because I won't use Grubhub because Grubhub says on their site that delivery charges do not go to the driver. And I'm like, I'm not paying a $5 delivery charge and the tip and the taxes and the service fees. But if that delivery charge does go to the driver, then maybe I'll start.
That's how he
thinking about
explained it
Grubhub
to me
again.
because before COVID, I owned a company that was like for a car service, like so it was like same kind of industry except for we didn't do deliveries, it's more like limos, but he was just talking to me about how much the drivers there get paid. Sounded like a decent amount.
No,
Touche,
I'm not
Apollonia.
taking a phone call. Who's calling me? I told you I have a game. I can't be accepting a phone call.
Why is it that when I get back, everybody stops talking?
Because we were talking about you.
Oh no, you guys were talking about delivery.
And
Yes.
you delivered the story.
Ah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't deliver
Yeah.
the pizza.
Yeah.
That was Domino.
Domino.
Yep.
He owns his own company.
Domino delivered my floaties.
Was it in
Domino
30
delivered
minutes
my
or less?
It's a subsidiary.
Yeah, I knew it. Just waiting on Mark, and then
Was
we
it
will
del-
start on up.
Was it delivered in 30 minutes or less?
Actually, I think it was. I mean, they haven't had that guarantee in a long time. And was that? Yeah, that was Domino's. But
Fucking
yeah. But actually, it was a good run.
Well, anybody who is watching, we've got a small heart attack to deliver to all of our viewers this morning. We've got some wonderful role play going on. All right, and Mark
are
is
we getting-
back. All right, are we ready?
Oh yes.
All right.
As will ever be.
I almost
What is
clicked
that?
the Fallout Asia overlay. Oops. All right, Nomads. There we go.
Wrong button.
Wrong button.
Wrong
All right.
button.
So we've got everybody set up. The day has gone by. The afternoon has gone by. People are on their shifts. The roads are blocked off. The cameras have been checked. People have been armed up. The Coliseum itself has become quite a fan ground as people start flooding out of the Coliseum. Majority of them are Maelstrom, as several hundred people start flooding into the streets in anticipation for this concert. The lot of you have your own places, and what I would like you to do is please drop your tokens off to where you want to be stationed. The only one that I'm going to specifically stipulate needs to be stationed is that our rocker boy is going to be starting right between the Metacore and the warehouse. So you're going to be right here. So please drop your token there. And if you guys can make
So
them a little bit smaller so that the map is still adequately visible, that'd be wonderful.
we don't have power to change the size. That's on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I minimized it down.
Yep. So my intent was to be working security for the float.
Okay.
So I'm starting with Jack.
All right. Domino is down here at the Ruby Rose Casino. We've got Mojo with Jack. We've got Calamity and T-Bar up here. Go ahead and move yours to wherever it is that you want to be dropping them. And then I'm going to drop off Remy. Boop. Right over.
Do you want to? I don't know how much it matters, and so if you don't want to, I'm not too worried about it. Do you want to drop a blue token for Joni, who is driving Domino's car?
Yes, I can drop a
A
token.
blue, yeah, a Nuka-Cola cap or something. Giant Nuka-Cola cap.
Yeah, I made them super duper like insanely high quality because I also released them over on Reddit and Discord for people to use for free. So the actual like PNG file is like almost 1,000 pixels by 1,000 pixels, so pretty big. So
Nice.
yeah, it drops in pretty large. Sorry about that. All right, so
No,
we've
also,
got.
good work on those, by the way.
Thank you.
They look great. I love them.
I've been trying to do my best to learn as I go, and now that I have vacation, I'm going to be having a blast trying to do some writing, some editing. I'm going to be making some more tokens. I'm going to be putting some stuff out for Vehicles of Bread, Medicine of Bread, Fallout Asia supplement. It's going to be fun. And yes, we have the Bloaties Pizza Hog represented in our wonderful Domino's mask. If there are any young children watching the stream, I recommend you avert thine eyes, otherwise you will have nightmare fuel until the end of your days. That being said, folks, this is a perfect chance if you want to be dropping in any bonuses, if you want to drop in any critical hits, any +2s, any -2s, any plot twists. This is a good time to do it because we are going to stack these up and work through them. We already have one stacked up so far for Kingy Potato for delivering critical injury. So that's going to be used for the first player who wants to claim it in. Now, that being said, it is starting to approach the end of the day. Will they also get the promised porcine nightmares? Anybody who wants some pig related nightmares, just don't avert thine eyes. Just keep staring deeply into those eye sockets. It is fucking terrifying. I don't know how else to put it. That is a Halloween mask for the ages with his goggles. All right, so let me pop back over to our rolls on our Roll20. So first thing is first. Jack, you are going to be climbing up onto this float. Go ahead and give me a wardrobe check, whichever one you want to use for that.
All right. Well, where's all my bloody skills? There you go. Let's go. Yeah.
He looks fucking fly as
Hi.
shit. His threads are tight. He is all the what do they call it? The drip. He's got all the drip. Something like that.
No, that's Cap.
What? What did I do? Oh, you just reminded me. I'm not wearing my freaking gas mask. We'll actually transition over because I need to be in on this role play as well. I'm the lamest out of all y'all. So
And it'd be
there we go. Yeah.
sort of the night before almost, and like right through in the morning, putting the finishing touches on a song if I can roll for composition to see if I can get it done.
Sounds good. Go ahead and roll composition. All right. It sounds decent. Not as good as some of your other songs, but it sounds decent enough.
It is a brand new song titled Psychedelic Pig Sauce.
Psychedelic pig sauce. Delicious.
It's going on the set list, which
Yes,
I
it is.
will post momentarily. The full set list for this concert, and I'll put it
Yes,
in the chat.
please. I heard you mention that while I was on listening in on our break, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds wonderful. So go ahead and drop those in. While you are doing that, T-Bar, you are working security for the float with Mojo, correct?
I thought I was at Metacorp.
Okay, so you and Calamity are going to be staying at Metacore?
And
Well, I thought that was the
Max.
plan, is that we stay there to at least until we break Azrael Docks out.
Okay,
Yep.
that's fine. I'm
Yeah.
just double checking to know exactly where you guys are at. So let me move those over so I am not totally confused and thrown off. There we go. I'll just place you on top of those buildings. All right. And Mojo, then you are the one working our security. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. See how perceptive our security Overwatch is. Fairly perceptive. Good. And Domino, you are down at the casino right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What I would like you to do is please roll what is it? Wardrobe and style. How well have you dressed yourself differently since you have somebody attempting to divert attention from you out in the city in that car?
Oh, good.
You look almost the same.
But I have the mask.
but he's
You
not.
do have a mask.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not wearing the mask because that's what you wear when you drive.
Right, I'm wearing the other mask.
Yeah, he
Right.
gave his backup to the driver.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. No, I
all
did
right.
the main one to the driver, and I'm wearing the backup because
Okay.
the main one is the one that the driver would wear all the time, not the backup. That's why
Gotcha.
I'm wearing the backup.
Gotcha. Okay, sorry, let me fix my almost Modifius glasses. They have one arm bar on here, so I don't want them to fall off my face. All right, so we've got our concert starting up. We've got Mojo and we've got Jack. The two of you are in that float. The two of you have started heading down the road on this float itself. It is quite the concert. You've got literally hundreds of fans out in the city. And what's going on during this time is that they are screaming, they are cheering. What do they see, Jack? What do they see up on that float?
So I imagine SCP's hired a backing band, so they're already in front of essentially like there's a kit and a fall, and then a huge like a version of the bloaties pig, but it's been cybered up, and you like the cover of the Maiden album, Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, with the robot like Eddie somewhere in time as well, like a half road, and it's kind of like a cybered up version of the pig. It's got like huge gun, and the gun has smoke coming out of it, kind of looming over the entire thing. And just before I go out, kind of, we're standing behind this huge thing, so no one can really see us, and you know we're behind a wall of Emerson. I kind of turned to, or Jack turns to Mojo. It's like, peeks out and sees fucking sheer amount of people on the street. It's been a while since I played to that many.
Yeah.
We introduced the sauce, and that lot gonna go nuts. Are you good? You got your shit together?
So I got the bike.
All right. Big deep fucking breath. And he puts the glasses
You can
on.
either, depending on the timing, you can either hop in with Domino, or you can hop on the bike. Get you out of here.
Let's go piss off the corpos. It strides out.
Best part of that is I'm just protecting their resource, right? I'm just protecting you. You're their resource. That's what I was hired to do.
I'm the talent, all right. Jack will stride out from behind the riser at that point, and the band have already started playing like the intro to the song, and then Jack comes out to the mic stand in the middle and kind of hits the opening chords and goes into the first chord of the song, and I will now post a set list in the chat for the curious as we begin to play.
All right, now I'm actually going to be playing some Helix Code Acid Tech for us in the background is some supporting music. Our supporting band tonight is My Petrochemical Romance. They are your backup band, and our set list, as it says on here, for any of our listeners and our viewers, the Vegas set list, we have Booby Trap, Big Angry Bear, Corporate Branded Sense of Numb, Having Fun with Knives and Guns, Those Cyber Eyes Ain't Crying, No More Where there is no commas, dude.
Put it in a list format, and it's just put it in there.
Yeah.
Kind of. That's unfortunate. Those Cyber Eyes Ain't Crying No More. Where Were You When the Rods Fell? Then Psychedelic Pig Sauce. Then a cover of Keep On Rocking in the Free World, because I feel like that's obligatory in a Cyberpunk game. And then an Azrael Knox cover of a song called My Brain Is Screaming. And the big finale is Jack's most famous song from back in the day, simply titled Fuck You, Corpo.
All right, wonderful. Go ahead and roll your performance. Let's see how these songs are going over on your newest public play. Do you want to use any +2s from chat? I would highly recommend taking some luck, because you don't want this to go bad.
Yes. Yeah. Performance, I'll use all my luck points for this. I've rarely ever used luck, so I'll do it this time. I'm trying to find the.
I'll grab a plus.
Is it int?
I believe it's under either int or tech. I'm going to use the +2 from my wonderful girlfriend. She dropped in a +2 on chat. Raven just dropped in a +2 as well.
Thank you, Silver.
Another one from
for
Outrunner. There we go. Critical success. 21 +3 +2. And
that
then
was with
however many luck.
2 luck. So I only have 2 luck. So both luck points, yeah.
So we've got 2 luck +2 from chat, so that's +4, so it'll put you to 25. +3.
28.
Thank you for mathing better than me, Vampire. I can't math.
I got you. I got you.
Thank you. So yeah, 28. You are playing the shit out of this crowd. The crowd is going fucking wild. And as you are going down the road, the question to ask is, when are we going to detonate the tanker? Is it going to be as you go to the X or when you go past?
I mean, we've timed the float to be directly outside the Ruby Rose Casino when the train gets to that first X.
Okay.
That was the idea of the timetable, isn't it? So yeah.
All right.
So by the time we're like here, oh, what's it doing? Oh god damn it, roll 20. I'll
Sorry, I had
move
them
up
selected.
here. That's right, yeah. Yeah, so by the time we're up here, the train should be there and it will be time to blow it.
All right, I'm gonna move them back just a little bit. Mojo, you are with him. Get portrait. There we go. So you are there with him, and you're doing Overwatch. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Go ahead and you've already rolled me perception. Jack, go ahead and roll me perception check.
Perception. Oh.
What can you see out in this crowd? Alright, you're mostly focused in on your fans. You can see there are hundreds of fucking people there. The majority of them are Maelstrom. There are approximately out in the streets a little bit over 700 people crowding this whole area. You've got people coming out of the casinos to come and watch and listen. You've got fucking flame-throwing guitar. You got fireworks going off in the background. Everything's just going absolutely nuts. Everything is going according to plan as it stands. And as you're coming down the road, what I need you to do right now, hold on 1 second. Let me double check your character sheet. Devilish Jack Holmes. I can't even view your character sheet. What is going on? Out there. No? I can't view your character sheet. What is your reflexes?
My reflex is 8.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me an evasion, please.
Hey.
As the two of you are coming down the road, you can hear very, very loudly off in the background, coming from the top of one of the adjacent casinos, there is an incredibly loud rifle shot coming through, and we've got an evasion of a critical fail, and I rolled in a critical success. Jack, you receive a sniper rifle round directly into your chest as you are performing.
Oof. Well, that's not part of the plan.
It was not part of the plan.
Ow.
And you take in 26 damage as this round goes straight to your chest. Yeah, there's a critical on there, so go ahead and roll me 1d10.
I'll roll a 1d10. All right.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Alright, a 1. Let me pull up my fancy schmancy Cyberpunk source book.
Criticals are 2d6 to determine the effect.
Oh, sorry, my
D10.
mistake. Go ahead and roll 2d6. My mistake.
Oh, okay.
It's been a little while since we've had a crit, so.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Let me see.
Alright, 2d6, so you got a 9. Torn muscles. So as this round goes straight into your chest as you are singing, it tears through your pec muscle as it goes into your chest itself, penetrating through your armor. Take 1 down from your armor and then subtract the total damage from the remaining armor that you have. But this shot goes off and rings out in the background as all of this is going on. Both 26 minus armor plus 5 for the crit. Okay. As all of this is going on, T-Bar and Calamity, the two of you can hear on your headsets because you're inside of Petrochem. You hear shot is landed, shot is landed. You hear that going off in your headsets. So we're going to be transitioning over to the two of you.
All right, I guess I'm gonna run and yell, Calamity, Cortez, whoever you are. Let's get going. Let's get to that door.
Make our way there.
All right, so the two of you start running through the building after you hear that the shot has landed. You are not exactly sure what the context is. Nobody had given you any instructions on that. But the two of you start making your way to the door. And as you're making your way through the compound, you can see that there aren't too many people inside the actual facility. A lot of them are definitely out doing security, as the two of you had been assigned on duty to do as well, to make sure that the public doesn't get too crazy. And the two of you get down that hallway. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Both of you, please. Calamity critical success, and T-Bar 16. So we have what, a 28 and a 16. Calamity, you're so hyper focused. Everything is just fucking going into your eyes as you're looking around and listening. Everything seems to be super clear to you as you have a singular goal in mind. As you get to that door, the door is still sealed, and it has that physical lock on the outside of it. That's there, standing between you and whatever the contents are. You don't see anybody in the hallway, but you can see that there are cameras still in the area that are on, little green light indicating that they are powered up. What are the two of you going to do?
Use my agent to send a message to SCP and see if the Netrunner can help us kill the camera outside the door, and we'll see if someone comes out to check it.
All right, there we go. Got a critical success. You can see that the little green light on the front of those two cameras above the door, they kind of flash and then they fade and the two cameras start going down. After about a minute, nothing happens. Nobody comes out, nobody comes down the hall. What are the two of you going to do?
Let's go.
I'm gonna try and bang on the door.
You walk up and you bang on the door, and it is solid steel. The door seems to be very, very thickly reinforced. As I mentioned before, it seems like one of those kind of vault doors, not the big circular ones, but just a regular shaped door that has those clasps on it designed to be like a vault. You don't really hear an echo coming in from it, so it's not hollow. It seems to be pretty solid, and there's no response from the other side.
We have a problem.
Well, I thought you had the satchels. Blow it up.
The satchels are placed in the electrical room. If I kill the power to the building, we probably will lose access to this room. They probably have a failsafe, and it'll lock this room where it can't be opened.
All right, and with that, I'm going to let the two of you ponder on that for a few minutes. As we are over at the Ruby Rose Casino, Domino, you've been inside the building. You've been watching people gambling. You've been seeing them burn away their savings. You've also seen quite a few people exiting the building to go watch the performances. It seems as if a lot of the tables are now mostly empty, as people seem to be very much so attracted to what's going on outside. So what are you doing inside of the Ruby Rose Casino?
Well, once it starts exiting like that, is it approaching? Has the time already happened for the false explosion to happen?
No, you haven't heard any explosions. You just hear kind of a distance. You hear music being played.
All right, so the music's still going on, so the destruction has started. I figure it's probably going to take a little while for me to be able to get out. So now would probably be a good time to go ahead and start my destruction as well. So I walk up to one of the machines, kiss the coin, and put it in and pull the knob.
All right, you pull the lever and the thing spins, and it spins and it spins, and it goes faster and faster. And then after just a moment, you see all three of them stop simultaneously, unlike the normal ding, ding, ding. You see all of them stop. And all three of them literally show you a picture of that supercar that's right there. And you see a light directly above you that says, Grand Winner! And literally you hear explosions above you as confetti literally blows out of the ceiling. Some balloons start coming down. You hear a couple of the folks in the area, oh my god, we winner! Oh my god, you got the supercar! People start flocking over to you. And as does security. You see about 4 people from security come on over. And they seem to be wanting to get you out of the direct area there. What are you going to be doing?
I want a car.
Person walks out from behind the main counter and is like, yes sir, today you have won the supercar straight from our generous providers at Petrochem.
Oh my
How
gosh.
do you
Oh my
feel?
God. Like I don't have to be a pig anymore.
The man just kind of stares at you a little bit awkwardly. He's like, I don't think he means that, folks. Everybody loves working for Bloaty's Pizza Hawk Pizza, one of our corporate sponsors.
No, like I said, I won't have to. I will choose to, but I won't have to.
And that's the sound of a true winner. Let's bring you out to the back. We can get our paperwork together and get you your wonderful, wonderful supercar. And you see those 4 security guys kind of close in even closer to you. As more confetti and lights are flashing, there's music playing.
Okay, I will follow them hesitantly, but yeah.
All right. So yeah, they start going with you. There's even people that are following you. Some folks even come in from the outside. They're like, oh my god, somebody finally won that car. You hear a couple of people be whispering in the background, oh, it's been months since anybody got anything really big. Oh my god. As everybody starts kind of following you over towards the supercar. You can see this little podium coming out of the floor. There's this contract chilling out on top of it. And the man walks up. He's like, oh, you're only one signature away from owning your own supercar. What are you feeling right now?
Like, I need a pen, and then I need to read this?
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. The pen's right there. Go ahead and sign. You can drive straight out of here. And you see a couple of technicians walking up to the car. They seem to be kind of activating the thing itself and getting some fuel into it. Like, as you can see, even our wonderful design of the casino, you can drive this straight out. It is yours for the taking. The pen is right there. How are we feeling, crowd? And you hear people's, yeah, woo, a supercar, Bloaties, Petrochem. People are shouting and yelling in the background.
All right, I'm gonna read the document.
All right. Go ahead and roll for bureaucracy.
Oh, great. I'm gonna spend. Are there lucks in chat?
We have a +2 in chat. Yes.
All right, I will use that, and I will spend all 4 of my luck.
From
A
Outrunner.
bureaucracy roll. Fantastic.
So that'll be an 18.
All right. So you can see after very, very briefly reading this, you've got everybody screaming, the lights flashing. It's kind of difficult to read, but you can tell that it gives you exclusive access to driving the vehicle, and it remains property of Petrochem and their subsidiaries. It specifically says in there that any public use of this vehicle must be approved by Petrochem ahead of time, and any ownership of the vehicle being transferred from Petrochem to said driver will require an additional 100,000 eddy fee.
So I don't actually win this. I just win the opportunity to drive it around with Petrochem's approval. So this entire bonus thing has been false advertising for all of these people.
You hear gasps coming from the audience. The announcer, no, that's not true. This is your car. All you need to do is sign. And you see him pick up the pen and literally put it into your hand.
Right, so I'm holding the pen and I'm going to put it down until you get me a document that actually says that this is my car. Because this, right here on this line, 37BA 2.1, it says that this car remains property of Petrochem unless I pay $100,000. They're wanting to pay for the car that they're claiming I won, everybody. What's up with that?
You start hearing boos and hisses coming from the crowd, and we transition out. Jack, you've been shot in the chest. You have fallen down on that stage.
Yeah, definitely.
And Mojo, you could hear that round. Go ahead and roll me another perception check, please.
I am going to dump my last 2 luck in on this one.
All right.
Whilst he's doing that, like, Jack will pull himself up. Still above half health, actually. So pretty good.
Wonderful.
And head, like, the band have probably kind of stopped at this point.
No, they have continued going.
Nice. Professionals.
Professionals. They just figured you fell down drunk. That kind of stuff happens on stage all the time.
And was it a loud shot then? Or
it was loud enough for Mojo to notice, and I believe your perception check as well. You rolled pretty decent on there. So you don't know where the shot came from, but Mojo was able to hear and see that flash. But you know that something hit tore into your chest.
I will just pull off my guitar strap over my head for a second while I keep playing and like show the wound so it's really obvious to the whole fucking crowd, and just grab the microphone. No, wait. You see what happens every time one of us get up here and start speaking the fucking truth? Manson, Silverhand, now me. Fucking Metacore want to take us apart one by one. And it won't stop at me. Next, it will be all of you.
All right, Mojo.
Find every Metacore fucker you see and rip them to fucking pieces.
Mojo, as he's shouting this out, well, you already got your successful roll previously with your crowd of followers. Remember, you got like a 18 or something.
I didn't know whether I'd have to roll it again, but that's fine. Cool.
No, because this is the crowd that came out, and so you're giving them instructions. You start seeing Mojo. You can see this. The street itself starts becoming absolute goddamn chaos. As literally you have hundreds of Maelstrom combined with hundreds of non-cybered up people starting to milieu in the area, like chickens with their heads cut off, armed to the teeth with weapons and guns. It's pretty terrifying surroundings, but you were able to see that the shot actually came from the roof of the Ruby Rose Casino. You can see that there was a flash from up there. What are you going to do as he's shouting these instructions and directions to the crowd?
What kind of range do I have to where the shot came from?
Let me pull that up really quick. Un momento, por favor. Sorry, I'm not Cortez. I shouldn't be breaking into Spanish. So the distance is about 200 yards.
Okay. So that's a 20. I'll take a single shot with the assault rifle towards where the shot came from and hope to hit.
All right, go ahead and roll to hit. The long arm of the law, you got it. Do you want to use the critical injury from chat?
Oh, yes.
All
I will
right.
use that critical injury on whoever shot my Jack.
All right, Kingy Potato, thank you very much for the critical injury. Go ahead and roll your damage. We will add the critical injury on top, so that'll be a +5, and then add in the critical injury. So that'll be 20, holy shit, 20 damage. Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me. So it'll be an 8.
Broken leg.
Yeah, so you have shot up at you see that shot go off, you immediately pull out your gun, BAM! And even at this distance, with a fucking handgun, you blast right into this guy's leg.
The long arm of the law is an assault rifle.
Oh, it's an assault rifle. Okay, I thought it was a handgun. I was like, my god. Alright, give me one
That's an
second.
assault rifle.
I need to find, where is mine? I made my own little GM screen and I cannot find it for the life of me right now.
Oh, that's why I use the dex rack. That deck the one player made for me when I don't have to worry about the chart.
Oh my god, I cannot find it right now. It's okay. So you fire off that round, it lands into the guy's leg, and you can see this kind of gray figure in the distance like fall down. Yeah, there's panic out in the streets. That round has gone off. What are you going to do after that? You still have a move action.
If there is immediate cover, I'll just take cover.
Try and duck.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Yeah. So you immediately try ducking in for some cover. Try and get yourself out of the direct line of fire.
Broken
now-
leg is
broken
-4 to movement.
Yep.
-4 to their move.
All right. So what is happening for our rocker boy? You've screamed out to the crowd, giving them instructions. You start seeing some panic going on in the streets as people start going a little bit haywire. What are you doing?
Fucking keep playing until I hear the explosion, and I know it's time to go. I'm waiting for the domino now.
All right. So you guys keep moving forward, and you get out to the Ruby Rose Casino. You've not told the driver to stop for the float, and you can hear kind of in the distance this like rumbling noise, and you start hearing what sounds like the rushing whoosh of air and water from even over the music from far behind you. And go ahead and roll me another evasion, please.
Right. Okay. That's better.
Nice.
That would have been good about
Nice.
10 minutes ago, but never mind.
Right.
Yeah, so you're up there, you're dancing and singing at the same time as you're going off with these tunes, and you can hear another round literally go straight past you into the set itself and lodge itself down into the stage that you're on. Somebody seems to have fired again from a different adjacent building.
Can I try and clock where the shot came from?
Yes, roll me a perception check.
I think I've got an idea for this.
15. You were able to tell that it came from somewhere a little bit on the left-hand side, so coming from across the road from the Ruby Rose Casino, which you know is also one of those Belodi's Pizza Hog locations.
I will point towards the roof. King Corporate Pig on the roof with a shooter. Kill that motherfucker! And see if the crowd get up there and fucking drag him down.
Roll me a fuck it. Roll me a 1d100, please. You immediately hear about 29 people out of the crowd, just under 30 people, immediately start opening fire shooting at the front of this building. The front doors start shattering in. The sign literally explodes into a shower of sparks. Rounds are tearing off the front of this building, as just round after round after round, semi-automatic, automatic gunfire just pepper the front of this building into an absolute honeycomb. And you can hear that people in the crowd are starting to scream even louder, like "Fuck those pigs!" And they're starting to spread out even further from directly in front of the casino. Now we transition over to Calamity and T-Bar. The two of you have now heard, as the two of you are standing there trying to figure out what the fuck to do with this door, the two of you can hear in the distance automatic gunfire and a very, very loud rumbling explosion even through the walls of this building, as even the ground seems to shake a little bit from the explosives dropped out at the train tracks. What are the two of you going to do?
Okay, so we have a couple options. Well, is there a vent close by this door? And like ventilation ducting.
There is, yes, up in the ceiling.
Reasonably close to this door.
It does not go into that room, no, but it is
Well, I mean,
directly above you.
it would probably feed into the room.
What I'm saying is that you can't see it going straight into there. You see piping along the ceiling.
I'm looking for a grate or like with a crawl leading into a crawl space.
What is your luck?
3.
Roll me 1d10. You do not see any. You just see the piping that seems to be following along the ceiling. Looks to be electrical, water. You're not sure what else.
Is there somebody that's like in charge? Like, I mean, I assume we're just regular security guards. Is there a manager, a supervisor? Like, I assume that if we can't blow it up, we need the key, and that this person in charge might know where the key is.
So as you're trying to figure that out, yeah, you try pulling up the radio, you try radioing it to your superior officer. You know that his name is Gary Wells. And as you're radioing into him, he actually responds back, "Where the fuck are you? We've got live shooters out here. Didn't you hear the explosion? Get your asses down here." It seems as if he is out by the parade floats, like the majority of the forces there for medical.
They're fighting down there at the parade. We got to get this door open. Either we got to blow it. I don't know what else we can do.
Radio back to our supervisor. We caught an intruder. They were near one of the off limits places. They were sabotaging cameras, and we need you to come down here.
Go ahead and roll me persuasion. Conversation, whatever that check is.
One second.
And Mojo's suggestion is, can you try picking it? All right. You got a -1. He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You're supposed to be down here. This is ground zero. We've got a riot going on. Live shooters, explosions. What the fuck are you talking about in the building? I assigned you to duty out here. Your ass is gonna get canned." And that's what he's screaming back at you over the radio.
I just turned the radio off, and I'll look over at Calamity. Try to pick the lock. I don't know. If not, we're gonna have to blow it. We got to do something fast.
I can go get one. I can go get one of the satchel charges.
Up to you. What do you want to do?
I'll
go and get.
stay up to her.
Yeah, I'll go get one of the satchel charges and see if we can blast a hole in the wall or something.
I almost wonder
Or
if
the
we could
door.
get this Rook guy to come here, but I don't know the way you guys made him sound. I don't know if we want him to come. But I was thinking maybe we just get on the radio and tell him we're outside the door waiting for him.
Well,
Roll his tank ass over here and
roll you tank ass over here.
I'm gonna take off and go get the satchel charge.
All right. So you go down and you grab the satchel charge. And on here, one of the neat things, we are using the neon red catalog. You guys can find that over through the neon red Cyberpunk Discord. What she is talking about right now is a wonderful little set of explosives that you can use. It takes a DV15 to set up. And let me see, what is our outgoing damage for this? Double check. So satchel charges, it takes 1 action, requires a DB15 demolitions check. Set the timer remotely, requires 1 action, but no check. The explosive does a grand total of 8d6 damage to a radius of 5x5. So you go downstairs, you grab one of your satchel charges, and you bring it up with you. Go ahead and give me a DB15 demolitions check to set it up on the door properly.
Are there any +2s?
Let me check in chat. We have 1 +2 from a Doña Trece Cuervo.
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Okay, I'm gonna throw my 3 luck into this.
All right, go ahead and roll. We have a critical failure of a -3.
Lovely.
I already know what I have in mind for what a critical failure of a -3 with a satchel charge explosive would be. Do you have an alternative thought as to what this would do? What do you think the critical failure would be?
Placed them properly. It would
-3.
Yeah.
I imagine we're getting blown up.
Or it could cave in the hallway around or in front of that door and like blow us like halfway down the hallway from the concussion.
All right. I think that's a little bit kinder than what's going through my mind at this very moment. You set up the explosives. You're not thinking super hard about this. You set them literally down in front of the door instead of on the door. And you set up the explosives, and as you're walking away, it goes off directly behind you. The local area of it is going to be a full 8d6. Both of you are still close by since it went off preemptively, so I'm going to roll in a 4d6. Both of you take 16 damage as this satchel charge goes off on the floor, collapsing in the ceiling from above. So the floor directly above you guys collapses in on top of where this door was, and both of you
Did
get
the door at
blasted
least
out
get
the hallway.
moved?
You can't tell. It's a collapsed hallway in front of you. And the two of you take 16 damage. You are both prone. So as this is going on, Domino, you're in the middle of this milieu of people inside of the casino, and you start hearing fucking automatic gunfire coming from outside the doors. As people start screaming and panicking, you hear somebody running. There's a fucking riot outside! Everybody, save yourselves!
They're trying to repress us.
you hear
Instead of
gunshot,
letting
gunshot.
me win this car legally, they're repressing us. Help me win this car the way I should. It should be mine, not theirs. I want it.
The people of the crowd are no longer paying very much attention to you, and even the announcer's just like, oh shit, security, 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 and he starts motioning over for people to come to him. What are you going to do?
Beeline and get in the car because the techs were getting it ready.
Yes. Go ahead and roll me land vehicle check.
All right. Just pilot land vehicle?
Land vehicle tech check. Please.
Oh, land vehicle tech. Okay.
Yeah, you see the security guards coming on over. You immediately look over at the door. You see that the light for the lock on it is now disengaged, and you just beeline between him, pull open the door. It opens up like those old school Ferraris, and you hop in and close it in behind you. You can see that there's panic going on inside the casino. The security guards have started coming over. They're aiming their guns at the passenger side window now. There's one on the driver's side window. Get out of the car! Get out of the car! You haven't signed your contract! And they're screaming that at you. You drive?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll a drive land vehicle check.
27.
Holy fuck, 27. All right. You hit your fucking foot down on the gas, put your finger up. You're flipping the bird, and this supercar, give me one moment. The supercar, if I remember correctly, since it is a supercar, it goes pretty goddamn fast. So hold on one moment. You hit down on the gas, and you go from pretty much 0 to about 150 miles an hour in the range of your location to the front of the entrance of this building, and you blast through those fucking doors. This thing is very touchy, very twitchy, very lightweight, and has a ridiculous V12 engine in it, around 2,000 horsepower, and it just goes. So you smash through there.
I pull up to the float and I start honking the horn.
Go ahead and before we jump into that, go ahead and roll me 66, please. You have smashed through a hard object. So what damage is being done to this vehicle? So the vehicle takes 16 damage. It has an SDP, so structural damage points of 50. So it is now down to 34, if I math correctly. Vampire? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So it is now down to a 34 SDP as you smash through those front entrances and beeline through the fucking crowd. You got a 27, so you don't hit anybody, even though you are literally going in excess of 100 miles an hour. It's kind of redonkulous, but you pull it off because, I mean, you're a fucking nomad. And yeah, you pull up next to the float. The only issue is as you are about to call out to them, you look around inside of this vehicle. There is only 2 seats, one for a driver and one for a passenger.
Yeah, because if I remember, Mojo had his bike, and I'm picking up Jack.
Okay.
So I'm going to start honking for him, and while I'm waiting for him to come in, what I would like to do is a vehicle tech check to see if there's a low jack in here that I can rip out.
There are interface ports. You don't need to do a vehicle tech check for that. There are interface ports. Do you have a vehicle or driver interface?
Let me check my cyberware.
I know
I
T-Bar
have
does.
interface plug.
You have interface plugs. Awesome. So yeah, you can plug in your interface directly into this thing. That's probably how you got your 27. Go ahead and roll me a basic tech check and add in your Nomad. Nomad. What's it called? Your Nomad's mobility?
So
Basic or land?
Tech plus my moto skill level.
Yes.
So that'll be a +6, so 18.
All right, so you're able to plug into this thing and override a low jack that is located inside the main system. and you're able to shut that off as you were pulling up and waiting for them. Mojo, you and Jack on top of the float, you can see this car literally fly out of the front entrance of the Ruby Rose Casino, land out on the ground, and beeline over towards you guys. You can tell, sitting in that driver's seat, gigantic, ridiculous fucking smile on his face and middle finger hanging out the window. It is Domino as he pulls up next to your float. What are the two of you doing?
I'll grab the microphone one last time. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. If you'd kindly proceed to the Metacore building and burn that fucking thing down, I will see you next time. And I'll jump and run towards Nomad's car.
All right, give me one more evasion check, please.
Yeah.
All right, you got a 20. As you are running, you can hear another 2 rounds pass straight by you as you're running off the top of this fucking float. You jump down onto that car and you start making your way into the vehicle. Mojo, what are you doing as he tells people to burn the fucking place down and runs off of the stage? What are you doing?
As if I see that he is going towards Domino, I'm gonna, gun the motorcycle to go. Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
Straight down the road. Oh.
Try that again.
Am I still frozen?
No, you're not.
Okay. So I see that he's going towards Domino, so I'm just going to gun the motorcycle just straight down the road since it's been closed off for the parade and just get the F out of Dodge.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a drive lane vehicle check, please. Because you are in the middle of a maelstrom of maelstrom, firing off live rounds. You got a 20. You are good. You jump down off of the fucking float. You land down on your motorcycle and you start peeling straight out of there. Oops, wrong button. So I'm gonna zoom in on here real quick. So you start going past down that road, and are you going to continue down that road and follow that blue line, or are you going to swerve off?
The other way, so I can see what I'm doing.
Are you going to swerve off onto this road here, or are you going to continue down this road here?
I will. Nope, not that button. I will head just straight out here. And that's the plan.
So where are you going? Sorry.
The yellow.
I can't see it.
My yellow arrow.
Yellow arrow. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it showed. Wow, that all loaded at the exact same time. Holy shit. Okay. It just went.
So
whoa,
going down,
holy crap.
going straight down to X2, and then jumping over to the blue line to go down to the farm.
All right. So yeah, you drive the fuck out of Dodge. Domino, go ahead and give me another driving check. You're good. You're able to as well start peeling out, and Mojo, you had the jump on them driving away, but Domino fucking smokes past you, going around 250 miles an hour, literally just going as you're like driving around 100, and just, he disappears off in the distance.
Whoa.
Yeah, so the lot of you have gotten out of that area. So we transition up to our two still at the Metacore. You had that explosive go off in the middle of the hallway. The ceiling collapsed in, and you have dust, smoke, and you now hear an alarm going off in the building as some red strobe lights start flashing and a sprinkler system starts going off. What are the two of you doing, Calamity and T-Bar?
Well, first of all, once we get up, is the door still up?
What you see ahead of you again is a collapsed hallway. You cannot see the door.
If you put all the spoons facing each other,
Mm-hmm.
wrap them up with buddy tape, pull all the pins, pull the tape, and chuck them in at the same time.
Sorry, I was getting asking some expert advice from a friend.
Yeah, I heard something about taping stuff up and chucking them all in. It sounds like you're about to do something absolutely insane.
What else is new?
That is a very good point. But yeah, T-Bar, as you stand up, you see the collapsed hallway. You do not see the door. Literally, the ceiling has collapsed in, and the room is filled with the flashing strobe red light, and the sprinkler system has gone off. The pipe is fallen from the ceiling. It's just kind of spurting water down in front of you guys as the system goes off behind you all. So what are the two of you going to do?
I'm gonna get on comms and say, hey, we need help down down by this this secured area.
On the Metacore comms?
What do you think, Chuggy? Or I mean, T-Bar.
I don't know if we need more people over here, but I wonder if we blew up the ceiling over it. Maybe we could just climb over this shit and crawl over it.
Good point.
To where the
Good
vault
point. Good
was.
point. I'm gonna go survey.
If anybody wants to drop a good luck into the chat, this would be pretty much the only chance that there's a hole in the ceiling if somebody wants to drop in a positive plot twist. Otherwise, the two of you walk over. Go ahead and give me athletics check. Oh shit, Chuggy got All right.
Well placed. Well placed.
Two of you climb up and over. The two of you start climbing up those, and since it's a positive plot twist, I'm not even going to make you make a check. Two of you climb up, and you can see that the ceiling, the corner of this kind of secured room, had also collapsed in, and you can see that on the inside of the room, it's pretty dark, but it's bright red strobe lights going on inside, and there is enough space for both of you to kind of climb through.
Climb in, pull out my assault rifle.
Yeah, let's find this guy and get the hell out of here.
All right. The two of you climb through that space. Go ahead and roll me perception checks. And it is dark in here with strobing red lights. T-Bar, you can't really see too much in this area. It is very dark, and you've got those red strobing lights. But Calamity, there are... hold on 1 second. My keyboard's being silly. What did I get? My thing's being stupid. There is one detail that you are able to make out, is that inside this room, you can see what looks to be kind of a set of beds, one set next to each other, and each of them seem to be hooked up to a couple of machines. Each of them seem to be some kind of medical devices, and they're all still lit up, but that strobe light is going off the ceiling above.
I'm gonna head over there and verify that this is Azrael.
All right. T-Bar, what are you doing?
I guess I'll follow her over there. You said it was just one bed in here with...
No, it's a series of beds next to each other.
Yeah, I'll just follow her over and look at what's in the beds.
So both of you come on up to these beds, and the first one that you check out, you seem to find somebody who looks strikingly similar to some old artist named Michael. You can't really remember the last name, but it was this African American singer who used to be very popular. You don't really recall any of his old music, but it looks just like him. But aged quite a bit up. It's been a few decades as this man lays comatose in one of the beds. Next to that bed, you see another individual, and it looks a lot like Asriel Knox. You've seen the pictures of him that have been put up by goodness gracious, by Jack on several different occasions because of his concerts and stuff that you guys have seen. And then there is another bed that's next to Asriel, and on that bed you see what looks like a younger version of Jack.
I grab Azrael, throw him over my shoulder. I look over at T-Bar. Grab that one too. Throw him. And let's freaking disappear.
Michael Jackson or Jack?
The one that looks like Jack.
He kind of. They both look a little the same, but I'll grab this Jack one.
All right, so
we may have use for this.
We'll have use for this one. You head on over, and you start working on the two of them. The issue is that both of them are hooked up to an intricate set of medical machinery. I need both of you to please roll me a medical tech check.
Yay.
That should be under tech, and on there, because you guys don't have med tech. On here, it will be under
Paramedic.
Paramedic. Yeah, it'll be under paramedic, or I would give you the ability to do cyber tech. Or sorry, electronic security tech. So electronic security tech for getting this stuff unplugged and understanding what it is, or paramedic for medically removing things.
I'm going to do electronic security. Is there any +2?
There is a +2 in chat from a Doña Trece Cuervo. There is following
we
that.
still haven't used that one up yet.
Nope, we haven't used that one up yet. There's one from NKB, who is my girlfriend, and then we have the positive plot twist, which
if I roll first, wouldn't I use up Donna's and then she could use
Yes.
the other one?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do that. Thank you.
All right.
Yes. Definitely.
I
let's
guess
do
I'll
that.
roll.
All right.
I guess I'll roll paramedic.
Okay, go ahead. You got a
And-
+2.
And then I got
I don't know. It's already past when we quit, so I might as well use all my luck. I had 6 luck.
Alright, dump it all in. Save that replica Jack.
Oh shit! All right, Calamity got a critical success with a +4, +2, so that's going to be
23 total.
Yeah, 23, and then T-Bar, you have a 11,
15,
plus
17.
17. Yes.
17.
So the two of you start undoing all of this cyber tech that's been attached to them, and as Calamity is finishing unplugging Asriel Knox, she puts him up over his shoulder. T-Bar is working on this younger Jack. Calamity, you hear a voice coming in from behind where you are at, and you hear it very, very gruffly say, "Put them down." And that's where we're going to end for today.
Motherfucker.
So
I know.
it is
I bet that's Rook.
10:09, so I'm a little bit behind. My apologies. Thank you very much, Chuggy, for reminding me to double check on the time. I've gotten very engrossed in this. So
Oh, that's not what I was trying to imply. I was just figuring like that. Might as well use my luck before the game ends.
yeah, well, we normally end off right around 10, so I'm running a tad bit behind. So my apologies, but I am super excited to see where in God's name this is going to go for our next session. We have our Nomad Domino driving Jack out of the city with a supercar going in excess of 200 miles an hour. We have Mojo, our lawman slash nomad driving his military motorcycle out of the city as well. And we have T-Bar and Calamity, the two of them attempting to rescue a few individuals from the inside of Medicore and getting a very, very gruffled yet familiar voice telling them to put them down.
This may end badly.
This may end badly.
Yep.
I'm going to start dropping in
And
our
you got
links. Oh, go ahead.
Thelma and Louise. Thelma and Louise in the supercar.
Yep. All right, I'm going to have our players outro themselves. Let me switch on over to our player names. There we go. So, Violent Neon, go ahead and outro yourself.
Okay, I am Violent Neon. I am your resident supercar driver, thief, magician, and you can find me here every Saturday as Sad Driver. And when not here, you can find me on Cybernation Uncensored's Discord as Violent Neon.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Vampire?
Yep. I am Vampire Bites. I have been Mojo, the apparently sharpshooter that can pop a guy in the leg from 200 yards away. And I do that every Saturday night. So come on back.
Alrighty, thank you. Before we jump on to Raven, I'm going to outro Johnny. Johnny was the tech. He was not here with us this evening, but he will be back next week for our Fallout Asia and Cyberpunk Goes Nomad game. You can check out his channel over at Arksum on SoundCloud. Now, Raven, go ahead.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. I've had the pleasure of playing Calamity, your solo tech that's mentally imbalanced with multiple personality disorder. You can catch me all over the internet at Doña Trece Cuervo. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Chuggy, go for it.
Hey, I'm Chuggy305 on Twitch, and played T-Bar the Nomad. Hopefully alive next week.
Fingers crossed, we'll find out. Captain Mark.
I got Baby Jack to shield me.
Yes, you do have Baby
Thanks,
Jack.
mate. That'll be good. Seeing my more beautiful self. Yeah, I'm Captain Mark 87 on the Discord. I'm here for Fallout and Cyberpunk. And you can catch me tomorrow at twitch.tv/Heroes in Theory. And I played the magnificently garbed Maestro of Mayhem, Devilish Jack Holmes, this evening, using my absolute favourite aspect of the charismatic impact ability, which is, well, yeah, I mean, I can tear down a building basically at will. So let's excited to come back and see what happens. Yeah, thanks for the game and thanks everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys. Absolutely wonderful session. Thank you everybody out in our audience. A lot of participation today. I'm sorry I did not talk too much with our chat. There was quite a bit of chat. I got very, very into today's session because this is a lot of stuff that's actually been built up and coming. So very excited to be running through this. You can see all of our links there on Twitch. To outro myself, I'm Cyberpunk Goes Nomad GM Capricious Nature. Our music today has been provided by Helix Code at Outworld Sounds, as well as Base Ape Records. You can find all of the supplements that we are using on the CybernationUncensored.com, as well as over on the Neon Red Discord for the Neon Red supplement with the satchel charges. And then very soon expect new updates for our Vehicle of Red and our Medicine in the Time of Red. And in the future, ladies and gentlemen, we will see all of you next Friday for Fallout Asia. Next Saturday to see our exciting conclusion of Cyberpunk Goes Nomad. See all of you next week. Bye-bye.
Cybernation Uncensored.